So I'm here with Windows 2000 and I'm reviewing Astra SiteManager. And you can see it here. Here's the icon. Let me give you a little background on Windows 2000 running in 2023 because it's kind of interesting. Hardly any of the web works. I'd say 99+% of the web will not work. Now there's two reasons for that. The first is that Windows 2000, I think, terminated at SSL 3, and today all HTTPS traffic is over TLS, and most sites require pretty high TLS now. So you need like Windows 7 at least to use the web. And truth be told, it took me a long time to find a government website that would return HTTP. And even then, I found one and I was so excited. I put it into Internet Explorer and I think I got rejected for the user agent for whatever. I'm not even sure what this is. Let's check it out. IE6. Oh, here's the amazing thing. Google's like a premium experience on IE6. Check it out. I don't see a single ad. I don't see any noise. I don't see any cards. It's freaking awesome. Look at that. But let's leave that behind. So here is the website that I'm going to use. It's like abandoned probably. Or maybe not. Maybe they're still updating this thing. But nonetheless, let's take a look at Astra SiteManager version 1.03. And let's just bring up the about here. You can see for yourself. I'm just in trial mode. I couldn't find any cracked versions on archive.org. Let's start a new scan. And we'll just do example, just so you can see. There's only there's a page and an outlink on example. And if I open this up, I get some statistics. Yeah, I get how long it took, although it could be a little more granular, I guess. That's all right. And then the cool thing here is that the interfaces are kind of linked up. So I can click this and it's going to select that, or I can click this and it's going to select that. This is example.com. It's just one page. So let's run this U.S. Court of Federal Claims through, and we'll just run it for a little bit. So I'm going to create a new map. All right, and it's off to the races. So, I mean, it's pretty cool. I'm not going to lie. Now, will this coolness factor really translate to usability? We'll see. I mean, I kind of already know, but you'll see. We'll let this run a little bit more. Maybe stop around 1,000 URLs read. Oh, here's another thing I love. This processing throbber here. Like, it reminds me of the old Netscape Navigator throbber with the comets going through space. They did a fantastic job, whoever made this animated GIF. This program is a whole different metaphor than what people are used to. And I think in 1996, people were like hungry for new metaphors. All right, well, the web is broken for this thing, and we're past 1,000, so let's pause the scan. Take a look at the statistics. I got 3,000 URLs, and yeah, obviously the external ones are not going to work. So whatever you see happening up here in this hyperbolic tree visualization, you're also going to see reflected down here in the table. And there's a nice draggable bar here, so if you want, you can get full visualization, or you can get full data table. It's up to you. Or you can be somewhere in between here. So I'm going to look at these filters first. So this whole toolbar right here is all filters. So for example, you can hide HTML, which we do not want to do. Forms. I'm not even sure what those are. Text files, images. We want images. Let's turn that on. Video URLs, audio URLs, CGI. It's showing its age a little bit. That's okay. Other application URLs, I guess that's just the miscellaneous bucket. Java URLs, redirection, that might be useful. Directory URLs. Not sure what that is. Unknown URLs, not sure what that is. FTP protocol, mail to protocol. Let's get rid of these. We don't want them. Other services. Hide OK URLs. Okay, now we're getting into the powerful stuff. If we just want to see errors, we should be able to hide things that are working and get errors. That's pretty cool. Is it just errors? Well, no, status is okay. What are we seeing here? Show OK URL. So there's something else going on. I'm not sure what these red circles are. We might have to investigate those. Let's turn on the OK URLs for now. Takes a little time to process. Now we got hide unread URLs. Okay, so now we're getting into some things I actually understand. Unread is kind of like a status. So an unread URL in Astra SiteManager is a URL that is known about but is not crawled. Inaccessible URLs, access denied, 403s, good. Not found, 404s, perfect. External URLs. Okay, we're going to shut down the external URLs because they're all going to be broken. We're not showing external URLs, we're not showing mail tos, and we're not showing FTP. So I think that's about where I want to be right now. Maybe I'll do some inversions here with these filters. Because, I mean, if I just want to see 404s, I guess I could filter everything but not found. Let's try that. I like how I can click and it doesn't lock up the interface. Because as I was doing that, I was fearful that I would have to click one, wait, click the second, wait. So, good job there. I like it. Although it does take a little time to filter. This is cool. Okay, so now we are filtered down to just 404s. And we can identify them. I mean, I wish the icons would adjust and be a little more clickable, but we can deal with this. Should we start left to right or right to left? I guess this looks like the most active area. So let's zoom in here. And the way you move around in SiteManager is with these scroll bars. It feels really kind of nasty in 2023, but you gotta put your mind back into the 90s. Like this was good enough. This worked. The drag and drop stuff actually happened a little later than 96 maybe. Or I feel like it was happening in 96, but it was like the new thing. But yeah, it'd be nice to have like Slippy Maps, Google Maps style. But that hadn't been invented yet, so they're doing their best. But I'd still like to get, I don't know, here the main problem I'm seeing is that it's going to be hard to do anything with. I am able to select it though. I would say like accessibility, I'm gonna have to deduct points on accessibility. This is pretty crazy. You need to be like a mouse marksman. When you zoom in, it doesn't always fix problems. Things got a little better there. But these nodes are still very small. I'm kind of starting to get this. Like, the idea is that you'd come in, you'd filter down to your 404s, and then you'd zoom in and zoom out, sort of, or maybe just navigate like this. Well, no, too much white space. But you'd find your little red dots, select them, and then zoom out here. Okay, so now it's redrawing. Interesting. So this is much nicer. And I got my links from which they're derived. Okay, so when I redrew, everything got remeasured. So all those little tiny dots are gone. And what I have is I have a nice fresh redraw. Okay, this is better. I like it. So this makes sense. Let's bring in the 403s and see if this changes. No 403s. Inaccessible. I'm not sure what's going on here. Do I need to? No? Okay, here we go. Here we go. Just takes a little time, you know? So we just introduced, what did we introduce? Inaccessible URLs. Well, let's take a look. What page is this? Aggregator sources 8. I don't know what this is. Unfortunately, there's no copy URL, so I've got to go into properties. Okay, so now we're seeing why. And they're going to a different domain. So obviously this domain isn't going to work. It'll just give me an error. And that's probably HTTPS, but who knows? Could be the user agent. Unlikely though. Well, there's an option to collapse. And this is just noise here right now to me. So I'm going to collapse it. Okay, that wasn't supposed to happen. It's supposed to leave like a, it's supposed to leave a little icon here that you can go back to and expand. Is it processing? What just happened? We might have a freeze. Okay, let's force a filter. So I'm starting to see a pattern, and that pattern is when the visualization starts to get janky, it's kind of up to you to start filtering and then redraw it into something that's useful. It's a little tedious, I'm not going to lie. But when you're a maverick dealing with hyperbolic trees, you know, sometimes you got to focus on the maverick stuff, especially when you're shipping a 1.0. It's important. So at least we know that we can filter down to errors, we can whittle down to what we need, hit the redraw button, and generally something nice will come up. Sometimes it's not so nice. The thing about Astra SiteManager is I've only been using it for a couple days now, and lightly. So someone that spent some real time with Astra SiteManager, I'm sure they can squeeze a lot of productivity out of this. But there's a learning curve, for sure. Once you've whittled down and redrawn, you can come up here. If you want to get back, there is a way to expand all, and that's gonna be a reset. So now we're back to where we started. Like, why the numbers? Oh, okay, 7 is the URL name. It would make a whole lot more sense if the URL were descriptive, but it's just a number. So anyway, so that's the basic gist of Astra SiteManager. It's a tool that they put in front of you, and it's up to you to really figure out how to squeeze the information you need out of it. But there are some nice little features that I haven't gotten to yet. So give me a minute here, and we're going to pull up Link Doctor. And this is pretty cool. So like, I've got my site, and on the left side, I've got all my errors. And if I select one, it's going to whittle everything down and just give me the error and the source of the error, the host page. It's going to take a minute. Processing. It did it. Okay. Was it worth the wait? I don't know. Let's see here. Which one is this? Is this the source? PDF. Okay, that's the broken link. And if I wanted to fix it, I would go here. Okay, well, that doesn't work. Here we go. The interface is a little dated, but still super functional. We got action tracker. I haven't really looked into this, but I read about it, and from what I read about it, if you grab your server log, you can import it and kind of get like a hits column, which is all of the hits. It doesn't make sense in today's age because all this stuff is handled by analytics now, but it's a cool idea to import a server log. Obviously, it's probably more work than it's worth. If you didn't have analytics and you needed to know these things back then, options were kind of limited. There's also a way to find a URL. If, say I wanted to find, well, I've got FAQ in here. Let's go with that. So it just takes me right there. I can find the next, or I can close it up. And I can open it in a browser. That's cool. Let's zoom in here. This looks like the home page. We're going to select. And now we're going to get all the pages that link to the home page. And it should be a lot of them. So there's our new visualization. We're no longer using hyperbolic trees. We're in this new visualization, which for the home page, it's a little unwieldy, just because there's a lot of pages linking into the home page. So let's try a different page. The question is, how do we get out of here? I think that will do it. There we go. Okay, so if I take this page, I mean, it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are linking in. Let's see if we get 6. Yep, so we got 6, and then 1 is the home page, which then links out to everything else. I'm not liking this visualization as much as the hyperbolic trees, but I understand that it could be useful, especially with a small site where there's not so many nodes. I think it kind of falls apart when there's a lot of pages. But let's go back in. We'll try something else. This time we're going to do outgoing links. All right, this is kind of cool. I'm not sure how useful it is because it looks cool, but the information, I mean, the way you have to really work to get to these pages, it's a little much. As we can zoom in. It's still a little much. But anyway, that's the core of Astra SiteManager, and it's certainly useful. And I applaud the aggressively innovative approach to the interface. I think it works in a lot of cases. I think it falls flat in probably too many cases. And I've never tried SiteManager 2.0, so this is just commenting on version 1.0. Would I use it? You can't use it. It's useless today because of the aforementioned SSL issues. But I enjoy just going back to the past and seeing where all this stuff originated. The price is it's scary. And when it was released, I believe it was $495. If you're looking for more modern reviews, leave it in the comments. Or if you like the old reviews, leave that in the comments. Anyway, that's it for today. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you later.